Guys, welcome back to Benton Ross, Florida. Today we're having a discussion video giving you plenty of tips using science, using the environment, and using some very different strategies that people really don't talk about. And also stick around for the final two tips because they're the most likely for you to catch fish. And they're the easiest to understand also. Also, before we start this video, I got a new mic. Please let me know how it is. And I want to thank all 51 of my subscribers. We finally hit the 50 mark. We finally did it. Shout out to Matt Polanco for being my 51st subscriber. Really appreciate it. And from now on, I'm going to be shouting out my last sub. So definitely hit that red button below. Free app, either the Weather Channel app or FishBrain. They both will provide great information for what I'm about to tell you. First off, my first tip, pressure systems. Pressure systems actually play a huge role in the weather and how the fish react in the water. So a low pressure system is when it's cloudy and rainy out. Now, currently, while it's currently raining out, fishing usually tends to slow down and fish will go down deep or find cover because the vibration will confuse their lateral lines. So it's best for you to go top water around cover so they could easily distinct what is causing the vibration, or to go down deep. Throw a jig down deep, a deep diving lure, something like that will definitely help you during when it's raining out. Medium pressure would be right now. Fair weather, typical, sunny and 75, it's what we love, and this is actually the best time to fish. Best time to try different lures out, try different ideas. Fish will usually roam at this time, so it's a good idea to use moving baits, spinners, buzz baits, stuff in that area. Next we're going to be talking about rising pressure or improving weather. This is when it's just rained out, it's just had a huge storm and the sun just starts coming out, the clouds start clearing up, the birds start chirping. This is a fantastic time to go fishing because the pressure system was low and now it's starting to go back up high. So now the fish will come out from the depths from the low pressure system and start coming up into the shoreline. Next is a high pressure system. This is 100% clear skies, the sun is up and there's no chance of rain at all. Fish bite is typically medium at this time and the fish usually slow down, they're more lethargic at this time and they go to deeper water. Okay, now the Weather Channel and FishBrain actually best show you a representation of the biometric pressure system. It's very confusing. I'm not even an astrologist. I just did some research on it. I have a little bit of knowledge on it. I understand how it works a little bit, but FishBrain and the Weather Channel app really breaks it down for you, and they really just make it very easy for you to look at and understand. It's literally just an up and down chart of where the normal is and if it's high or if it's low. So it's really a great app to use when you're trying to fish off of the pressure systems. Next we're talking about moon phases and the best moons to fish. We all know that a full moon is the best time to fish, and also a new moon. This is because as the strongest tides happen twice a month during the new moon and the full moon. Therefore, it creates a high pressure system that can help you catch monster fish. Now, the best time to go fishing at this time, when it's a full moon or a new moon, is when the moon is at its highest point, or once the moon crosses over the horizon past the plane of the sun. Very confusing, I know. It's but like I said, FishBrain and the Weather Channel app show this perfectly. And basically what you're going to want to look for is once the moon goes over the sun. Once the moon starts rising over the sun, that is your best opportunity to start going out there and catch some fish. Especially if the day was slow, if you were skunked all day, you really weren't getting too many bites, this would probably be your best time to go out. My final two tips are kind of similar because they are both kind of related with each other. And it's using more of the environment, and it's stuff that you can see out there in the lakes and ponds, and especially when you're sea fishing, okay, you want to follow the birds. Following the birds is the best opportunity for you to catch fish because birds are extremely lazy and they're looking for an easy meal. So the best way they do this is to find the bigger fish, face the wind, which is another great tip, is to face the wind, because facing the wind allows the wind to come towards you, which pushes anything dead, all of the smaller bait fish or any debris that were floating in the water down into a certain particular spot. So bass and other predatory fish will bed down into these areas and just wait for a simple meal to come towards them. So birds will do the same thing. Birds will just wait on the shoreline and wait for a bass to come out of the shoreline and possibly hit a fish and miss it and hurt it enough so it's injured, and then the bird will just come down and take the fish, so it's an easy meal for them. So those are also some good tips: facing the wind and follow the birds. Also, before we start this video, I got a new mic. Please let me know how it is. And I want to thank all 51 of my subscribers. We finally hit the 50 mark. We finally did it. Shout out to Matt Blanco for being my 51st subscriber. Really appreciate it. And from now on, I'm going to be shouting out my last sub. So definitely hit that red button below.